2, 3, 4. It was 20 some odd years ago, Margie had a baby. The world became...
You know, I was always still amazed with the banjo, especially the bluegrass style, Earl Scruggs three-finger pick style. And I thought that looks really challenging and hard, but I'd really like to see if I could learn it. And with encouragement of John, and then he knew, of course we had another guy going to our church at that time, a couple guys, and Harvey Holtman, who played fiddle, and John was friends of his. Hey, we have to get Harvey over here, he likes bluegrass. And so the next thing you know, we had this little band. We had Larry Bradley came, and he played mandolin, and he was in the church too at that time. So that was kind of the first 4 original members of our little band called the Mountain Men.
I hear the train coming, it's rolling around the bend. I ain't seen the sunshine since I don't know when. I'll suck you over the distance, time keeps dragging on.
I started playing the guitar in 1972. Now obviously I haven't improved very much, but this is the guitar. It's worn a little bit, but that's because I don't practice very much. Otherwise it would be worn like Willie Nelson's all the way through there.
It's just fun music. It's happy music. It's family music. Everybody can listen to it. Everybody kind of likes it. It's there's no kind of, our joke is it's hard to play a sad song on a banjo, you know. So
I think really we are a gospel bluegrass band, and so gospel music was a big part of our startup music. I can play it's called rhythm guitar, and that's what I do.
well, we started out. It was, like I said, it was John and I and Harvey Altman who played fiddle, and Larry Bradley played mandolin, and we had a guy at the church. Actually, he was the youth pastor at church at the time, Dave Clipp, and we played a few times here and there. You know, we got invited to little parties and town festivals, and which there's a lot of stuff we still do. But and he said, you know, and of course Dave was a musician himself. He played guitar really well. He still does. And he says, you guys need some bass in this thing, because it's all, you know, this stuff is, you get a fiddle and a mandolin and a banjo together, and you just got all this high end stuff, you know, all the squeaky high stuff. And like I said, it's pretty. It can get actually a little irritating unless you have something to kind of mellow it out. So you need the guitar and you need the bass.
And it helped with timing too.
Yeah, well, yeah, that's a huge thing. Was we're all over the place timing wise. Who's following who? Back in down in Appalachia, where it all grew out of, it had a lot of Scotch, Irish, English folks that settled in the Appalachian region, and that had combined with the African spirituals of what was going on with coming out of the slavery, and it was just a tough times. I mean, people come out of hard times, a lot of poverty, of course, in the Appalachians, and of course the South, and the music that came out of that was just so hopeful, though. It was, and I think that's what I enjoyed about it. I enjoyed about bluegrass. You got "I'll Fly Away," "Swing Low, Sweet Chariot," Angel Band, Wayfaring Stranger. Those kind of songs are not about finding hope here. They're about looking on to the next life. Those folks weren't looking for satisfaction here. They were looking but there was hopeful music. As you know, one fine day, you know, things got to be. Our first gig, where was it, John? You
Actually,
arranged
the
that.
first, well, like you were talking about, the first gig was at church, but then we started gathering a couple more people together with us,
Yeah.
and then there was 4 of us, so we had a band then. And our first gig was I was coaching at the time. I was coaching, I think, the Midgets Little League baseball team. And so we had a picnic at the end of the year, and we went to one of the players' parents hosted us and the whole team, and we had come up with all the rules for an old-fashioned baseball game from the 1800s, and we had all the rules and the suits and we were decked out, and we had a rag ball and we had a broomstick for a bat and that kind of thing. And we had our baseball song that
Yeah, John wrote
one of the kids on the
Mushroom
baseball
Carlson.
one of the kids on the baseball team got bored and he wanted to make up a song while he was playing right field and nothing was coming his way, and so that's where that song came from. We got some people that were really talented, and Rick improved. He went off the charts as far as banjo is concerned, in my opinion. And
really, you can get going with a little bit of work, but you got to get over the hump and start having fun there. I think getting over that place when you're learning an instrument, it's just hard. It's tough, and you think you'll never be able to do it, and then you get to a place where, oh, there's a song there, and then next thing you know, you're playing in a band. Our goal is, we have a lot of fun with it, but I think at least my goal is that others would enjoy it too, that they put a smile on some faces. So we recently had the opportunity to go down to the local hospital in Peoria, and they have a St. Jude part of it, and so I got a hold of them. I said, I thought, is there any way we could go down there? I'd really like to put some smiles on some kids' faces, because I've been through chemo myself, and I know there's some dark days there, and I could use some cheering up. And so they said, yeah, come on down. And so they made arrangements, and we went down, and we were just going down the hallways and playing as we went, and playing, of course, this happy toe tapping music, and you'd see if it wasn't the kids, it was the staff out there dancing around in the hallways, and the gal that coordinates it all, she comes, she says, you know, I've been doing this for 24 years, and I've never seen anybody like you guys. But she was making the comments that, you see the smiles you're putting on those faces? She says, this is just therapy.
My heart to